Oh, Xbox, where did it go wrong? They were never the top dogs, but they had a wide variety of great games on the original Xbox and 360. They were actually close to beating the PS3 in sales, but then Sony got their act together in the latter half of the era, and they settled for a draw. But that was okay. Now that the Xbox was a lot more popular, they had an opportunity to beat the PlayStation in the next generation. What the fuck happened here? In 2012, Nintendo released a Wii U and it was flopping hard. This is great news for Sony and Microsoft, because now everyone would turn their attention to them. In February 2013, Sony revealed the PS4. Not the console, just the fact that the games looked better graphically and they were developing Game of the Year. Obviously people were excited. They were anticipating that leap forward into the next generation. Then in May 2013, Microsoft revealed the Xbox One, and they lost the war before it had even started. Instead of focusing on the games like Sony did, Microsoft decided to focus on TV? Did they seriously think that people would buy their console because you can watch TV on it? Also, the console itself looks like shit. I remember opening up my Xbox One on Christmas, and the first thought that popped into my head was, Jesus Christ, this thing is huge. Then in E3 2013, Sony was like, check out our new console. It doesn't look like a VCR player. Already people were saying that the PS4 was a better console simply because of the design. It's amazing how things like that can decide if people are going to buy your console or not. The price was another reason why people preferred the PS4. It was €400 compared to the Xbox One costing €500, half a thousand, just to play what? Forza? Exclusives were also another major reason why the Xbox One failed. While Sony were dropping games like Bloodborne, God of War, Spider-Man, Ratchet & Clank, Uncharted 4, Persona 5, Horizon Zero Dawn, and the Donkey game, Microsoft were dropping Forza, and of course, Forza. Oh, there's also that Halo game. It's not good, but it's Halo, guys. A lot of major exclusives had their legacy tarnished on the Xbox One. I don't see anyone talking about Halo 5, Gears 5 or Crackdown 3 because they failed to replicate the brilliance of their predecessors. And when your franchise starts to fall into mediocrity, that's where it starts to lose relevancy. What were once these huge games that people were hyped for are now known as the exclusives that no one cares about. When your best exclusives aren't even exclusives anymore, that's when you know you fucked up. Halo hasn't completely lost its legacy like these two, but it is skating on thin ice. If Halo Infinite does not deliver, then people are going to give up on the franchise. Of course, I have to mention the complete horseshit user interface that the Xbox One had. The PS4 was like Fortnite, for example. It just loaded up and you could hop right in. The Xbox One was more like GTA 5, with the constant loading. And they kept updating it, so every time I got used to the UI, I was completely lost all over again. It was trying to be like Windows 8 with all these huge panels, but it made everything more inconvenient and tedious. While the Xbox One didn't flop in sales, the numbers look abysmal compared to the PS4's. But what I really think makes the Xbox One look like a failure is that the Switch has outsold it, and that console came out 4 years after the Xbox One. The only thing that they can celebrate is beating the Wii U in sales, which is like celebrating that you have a higher IQ than Flight Reacts. So, now we're entering mid-2020. The PS5 has had nothing revealed other than the controller. I mean, it's fine, but a full white or black colour would have looked nicer. Meanwhile, Microsoft have revealed this dumbass name, the controller, and the console itself. And it seems that they've gotten their act together. I will admit, the name is stupid, but I think everything else is promising. The controller is the same thing really, which is good because the Xbox One controller was perfectly functional. At first I thought this console design was terrible. I thought it would be like a PC. However, they confirmed that the console is pretty small, and you can place it on its side so it doesn't make console placement awkward or tough. I think knowing those two things gives me more faith in this console, but most importantly, they have made a grand revelation by realizing that people buy their consoles for gaming and not watching TV. Because of this, they are focusing on how powerful games are going to be and how you can switch between multiple games at a time. Of course, they are going to have to drop exclusives, like actual exclusives, not these shitty car games that come out every fucking year. They've got some good studios like Ninja Theory, The Initiative, Obsidian, etc. These studios have shown that they can create some great games. It just depends if Microsoft allows them to actually make games or treat them like Rare and force them into making shitty gimmick games. I think right now is the perfect time for Microsoft to promote upcoming games for the Series X. People are mad at Naughty Dog for mistreating their employees and the shitty story from the The Last of Us 2. This could be a problem for Sony because Naughty Dog are usually the ones making all of the PlayStation's biggest games. If people start a boycott movement, then they're gonna underperform in sales. Now this is where Microsoft comes in. They should be like, here at Microsoft, we treat our employees with respect. Oh, by the way, new Halo, it's gonna be good this time, I swear. In their upcoming showcase, all they have to do is get people hyped. Take a leaf out of Nintendo's Directs. When they announce something like a new character in Smash, everyone talks about it, which leads to more publicity, and more publicity leads to more sales. So what should they announce to get fans hyped? Easy. Banjo 3. That game alone will decide the war. Come on, Bill Gates, just make it happen. You can create a vaccine, so surely you can make this game.